Hey guys, welcome to Teacher Mabid. If you're new on my channel, I am a teacher turned homeschool mom, and on this channel I'm going to share everything about homeschooling and our journey through life. So today's video is actually going to be our curriculum. Yay! I finally figured out what we're doing this year, and I put it together. Last year we did Book Shark. Yeah, I think so. And I've kind of gotten comfortable with putting my own stuff together and putting my own ideas together into putting a curriculum together. And this year I decided that I loved picking and choosing from different things, so this is exactly what I did. I picked and chose from a whole bunch of different curriculums. When you see the number of things that we are doing, you're kind of gonna be like, that girl is crazy. But I tell you that there's a method to my madness. And, I put it together in a way where, homeschooling only takes us, because my daughter is in first grade and I don't believe in huge long spans of homeschooling time. She's still very young and she loves to play. And I feel very, very strongly about play being a very strong part of the homeschool curriculum. So at this age, and so her homeschool time is actually 2 hours, but we cover a lot, and I will show you some of the books that we are covering because that's the fun part, at least for me. So this video is going to be language arts. In this video I'll cover language arts. I'm going to do another video on our science curriculum, our math curriculum, and our history and social studies kind of curriculum, and our Islamic studies curriculum. So watch out for those. And if you don't want to miss out, hit the notification little bell thingy down there and hit like and subscribe, as always. So I'm going to show you guys what we're doing for language arts. Alright guys, so as you guys know, last year I kind of got inspired by the whole Waldorf idea, and I've read a lot about it, and I love the intent behind it, and I love the easing into and growing through childhood idea, and using art. That was just very powerful to me. And I also love Charlotte Mason's ideas of short lessons and short quick lessons, but over a period of time that obviously that builds up, and that's it makes a good substantial amount of lessons. And so I like those, and I'm putting together different aspects of it. So I'm not a purist of any methodology per se, so don't hate me, but I like to put things together and make it our own special, unique thing, and that's exactly what I did. So for language arts, I am using this right here. This is, I actually printed this and myself. It was an e-copy. It was electronic PDF. I got from Lavender's Blue Homeschool right here. So Lavender's Blue Homeschool is a Waldorf-inspired homeschool curriculum, and she is really gracious. She's actually I believe she's a neurobiologist or neuroscientist, and she's a mom of 2 girls, and her curriculum is just it has this comfortable feeling, and it's rooted in Waldorf philosophy, but it has a very practical aspect to it, and yet there's a beautiful container story that kind of encompasses everything. And she also gives me PDFs of audios of songs and how to knit, and she also gives us pictures, I believe, of pictures of all her drawings that she did, and it kind of gives you an idea of how to jumpstart yours, so this is our curriculum this year. I don't know if you guys can see it, and you see I bookmarked a whole bunch of places, and I'm kind of going through it. It has circle time. It has everything that I need in order to create a Waldorf environment for my daughter, and it's quick to get to. After I put the sticky notes in and stuff, it was quick to get to, easy to get to. The rhymes are quick and easy. They're comfortable on the tongue. They're the thing I liked about it is very it's not religiously inclined. There were some aspects in other curriculums that I went through that I felt were conflicting, not necessarily conflicting, but you know, not necessarily something that spoke to me as a, you know, obviously Muslim homeschooling mom. And I wanted something slightly more secular, and I reached out to Kelly, and Kelly was very gracious to answer all my questions, and that's what we're going to be using this year to kind of incorporate, because also my younger child, she is 4, and I will do a preschool video. Yes, I will, to kind of talk about the stuff she's doing. But this helps because this incorporates her into our circle time and all our other activities, and it's light enough that she can work with us, and she can, you know, work together with us, and it doesn't feel overwhelming for her and overly burdensome to her, and she can still do a lot of the stuff. And so that's why I love it. I love things that incorporate multiple grade levels, even though this is a first grade level, but it is so gentle that it actually, let me correct that. It's gentle, but also challenging. There's gentler things you can do with the younger ones, and then there's slightly more challenging ones for the ones that are, you can cater it to your kids, you know. So I like this because it gives me lots of ideas, lots of things to look forward to. We're hoping to get into knitting. I'm hoping to get into knitting this year, and that's one of the things that's included in here, and I was really excited about that. So let's see how that goes. So that is our language arts main sort of curriculum. It includes fairy tales, it includes everything, but I think her website's lavendersblue.com, I want to say, but you can always look her up. I'll link her website down below in the box down there. But let me talk to you about some of the other stuff I'm also putting together. There is some of the other things we are doing is we are doing the first language lessons, and ooh, look at that glare. But this is by the Well-Trained Mind. It's by Jessie Wise. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Yeah. So there's that, and this is a very short, super short lessons, but it kind of puts down the little bits of grammar and not punctuation, so right now we're just doing grammar, but it's fun because you get to memorize poems, and like, you know, and my girls are having a lot of fun with just learning different poems, and you know, talking about those and talking about like the different aspects of language. So she's kind of understanding things, I mean, she already did, but like it's fun to kind of specifically talk about it. This book is also very scripted, so you know, for a beginner trying to teach language arts, and if you're not somebody who is very comfortable teaching language arts, this is a fun way. This right here, yep, that's a fun way of doing it. So there's those, and then I know there's quite a few over here, so don't get overwhelmed, stay with me. Okay, there's also all about spelling. I thought we'd tackle a little bit of spelling this year. This is level 1, right here, okay, and we're doing so my daughter loves writing stuff, and her spelling isn't the greatest, and I know that I'm not going to emphasize too much of it, but at the same time I want her to understand how spelling works. So we're kind of dabbling with it. We're playing a little bit with it and just writing it in and talking about different spelling ways and stuff. And yeah, we're working with this a little bit here and there. And then we're working on our handwriting right here. We're using handwriting without tears right here. It's very gentle right now, and it's very slow, and kind of she writes well, but she has places where she kind of does a little bit of reversals sometimes, and I kind of want to tackle that with this curriculum and kind of work with those specific you know, letters and stuff, and just kind of help her. Basically, this year's intent, we talked about intent in a different video. This year's intent is to improve her handwriting and improve her way of thinking about language, and getting ideas into her head about language through those fairy tales and stuff, and helping her into her journey into being able to write more fluently, not fluently, articulately, writing more, you know, specifically as she gets older, being able to write that. So I feel like this age is important it's important to kind of get ideas going in her head, but also giving them the ability to, you know, to write those ideas and through fixing their spellings a little bit here and there and stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of the intent. We're also doing Explode the Code. We didn't finish this last year. We actually made through the second book. And she loves this book, which is why I was I was like, yeah, let's keep doing what you want to do, you know? So she really likes this, but I love this series, the Explode the Code series. It's very gentle, fun, playful, but it tackles handwriting and spelling and phonics. It tackles a lot of stuff. It's a cool book. And then we're also doing The Good and the Beautiful. Like I printed this one. I want to see how she does with it. This is The Good and the Beautiful Language, Arts, and Literature Level 1. This is it's by Jenny Phillips, and I'll link this thing down below. This is Level 1, and we're going to, this kind of, okay, let me say two things about that. This is a religious, not a religious curriculum, I'll say, but it's not secular. It's something that was written, it has mentions like of God and stuff, but it's a very gentle book. It's very gently written, very you know, it has a very gentle approach to language arts. And I like that, and it kind of fills in the gap. Like last year we did all about reading, Level 1, and that's how she learned how to read. And I don't want to throw her into level 2 yet, because I want her to have some practice. So this is kind of helping us get some practice. I want to get a feel for the curriculum, and so far we're enjoying it because it's short, quick lessons, but at the same time they do tackle some more advanced ways of reading, ways of phonics, not ways of reading, but like phonics, and yeah, so I thought this would be fun for her to kind of approach and see how it works out for our family. If there are issues with, you know, obviously I can, you know, edit stuff that I need to edit and whatever. And so I thought this would be a good fit, I thought, you know. So let's see how we're gonna do with all of these curriculums. But I think that is it for our language arts curriculum. I know it's a lot, but there's a method to my madness, I promise you. So those are what we're going to be doing. Our intent this year is kind of to take things and like kind of fill our brains with lots of fun information and get our imaginations growing and our creativity going, so that we can, in the future, as we get through the grades, you know, be better writers and approach those things with a more imaginative mind. I don't know what that means. I mean, I hope that makes sense to you guys. But that's the language arts one. I'm gonna do a whole series on the other ones because I thought it was a good idea to cut those up, because I know not a lot of people are interested in seeing like all my curriculum, because God knows that would be a very long video. This already is. So but yeah, all right guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button and subscribe and stay tuned for the other ones. Bye.